So it's like 3 p.m. and it occurred to me I have not made a video today. And I've been doing daily videos, so I went, well, let's hop out of bed and do something. And I didn't know what to make a video on. I'm kind of like in the mood for a racing game. And obviously you see what I picked out. Like, no, yeah, F-Zero, okay. I was like, what can I play? And I remembered I have yet to check out the SNES online library on Switch. And I went, okay, let's give it a go. I wonder if they had like anything cool racing on it, and there was Stunt Racing FX, there was Super Mario Kart and F-Zero, and I love F-Zero, so you know what? That's why we're gonna do this. Let's be the old Fire Stingray here, and we're just gonna kind of like chill out. We'll do Queen League. I guess beginner. I pressed the wrong buttons, but that's okay. So I guess we're gonna do like a Grand Prix or two. And just kind of chill out. F-Zero. Oh, there we go. F-Zero is a game I actually do love quite a bit. It is a shame to me that Nintendo's kind of forgot that F-Zero exists, I think. That's how it kind of feels. They kind of put, like, you know, Captain Falcon in Smash, called it a day. But to be fair, the last F-Zero game was so good, which would be GX on the GameCube. So good that it would be a lot of work to, like, even try to top that. Like, at this point, like, I wouldn't even mind if they just, like, re-released it with, like, online multiplayer and just, like, slightly, like, you know, up to graphics and whatnot. Like, I'd be cool with that. Because, GX was brilliant. And I'm not sure if they can really top that. I mean, it's Nintendo, they probably could. And I kind of wish they would, like, you know, make something with F-Zero again, because F-Zero is so good. I was never the biggest on this one. I actually started growing more fond of the SNES one way down the line, like as in recently in the last couple of years. I was never big into it at first. Like the whole Mode 7 graphic thing never really did it for me, like in a lot of different games, like even Super Mario Kart and whatnot. It just never looked right to me, but like these days I can appreciate it a lot more, and I'm able to kind of play this and really, really get into it now. And yeah, like F-Zero's fantastic. It just took me a long time to, like, really appreciate the original. I was always about X and GX. And yeah. But, here we go. Just, it's gonna be, like, a nice, like, little tired, relaxing video. Because I was half asleep watching videos, I was watching, like, Scott the Woz and whatnot. Just kind of chilling out, getting ready for sleep. When it occurred to me that I forgot to make a video. I've been very busy, and I just kind of, like, forget things every now and then now. That was a weird sentence to try and say. But so be it. I kind of wish I didn't put this on beginner. I didn't even mean to put it on beginner. It just kind of happened. But this is, like, far too easy. I'm not exactly, like, an F-Zero god, so, this should not be going well. I kind of, like, want to restart and, like, up the difficulty if I can. Because, this ain't gonna do it. Like, I've pretty much lapped everybody. Can I restart this? Let's see. End game. It was good to kind of get stuff down, at least, I guess. We'll do Queen League. Yep. There we go. We'll do Standard. There we go. I'm not gonna do Expert. I'm not, like, awake enough to do, like, an Expert thing. But Standard, by all means, I can do this. I feel like F-Zero's great, you know, and like just anti-grav racers in general, I really, really dig. Be it F-Zero, be it Wipeout, be it Fast Racing, Neo, or RMX, depending which platform you play that on. I haven't played Redout yet, but that looks like it would kind of be my thing. I sort of love, like, anti-grav. I'm not sure if I like, you know, obviously like, the big two are, like, F-Zero and Wipeout. I'm not sure which one I like more. I would say Wipeout has more entries in the series than I enjoy, just by the pure virtue that there are a lot more Wipeout games than F-Zero. Although I'd say F-Zero GX is kind of like the perfect anti-grav game. Is anti-grav the right word for it? Is it like more hover game? But people know what I mean. Like, I love Wipeout Pulse. Wipeout Pulse is really good, as is Pure. The two PSP Wipeouts in general are, like, some of the best racing games I've ever played. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know, like, where I stand, like, on the great, like, F-Zero, like, Wipeout debate. It's a really tough pick. Like, I would say F-Zero definitely has a lot more character. Definitely has, like, a lot more standout to it. But I think I might, like, prefer the gameplay of Wipeout? I honestly don't know. Like, they're both so close, but, like, for different reasons. Like, if you kind of gave the handling of, like, Wipeout and, like, just kind of, like, the look and style of F-Zero and just kind of combine that, like, I would freaking love that and adore that. Yeah, both a great series. But then again, with me, I think as a lot of people know, if it's a racing game, as long as it works, I will probably end up liking it. That's just how I am. I'm very biased towards a lot of racing games. It's very easy for me, like, right? Like, I just see a racing game, I'm like, yup, this is good. This is my thing. And that's all that matters to me. I am also struggling to steer right now. Oh boy. There we go. I used to be very bad at this one, too. But I think I've got, like, a lot better with this one. I used to be very, very bad at the first F-Zero. Like, I'm still, like, obviously not great. Like, I'm still crashing here and there, but... not terrible. I've done worse at racing games. Port Town 1, let's go. Yeah, if this video seems, like, super fillery, you know what? It kind of is. A lot of my videos have been kind of fillery. I'm trying to, like, debate, like, where I want to go with YouTube, or if I want to, like, just start doing video uploads on Twitch instead. I'm not 100% on that yet. So as I kind of, like, contemplate my next series, and contemplate, like, where I'm going to go with videos, I'm just kind of, like, you know, doing one-offs. A lot of one-offs, and just featuring a bunch of different games. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Because YouTube has a bunch of changes coming in that I'm not a fan of. So I've just been kind of like I've just been contemplating like if I want to like keep going with the whole YouTube route, which for me like is a kind of a good thing because it means I'm not gonna like be putting all my eggs in the Twitch basket, which I currently am. But at the same time, YouTube just seems so like at like a weird crossroads right now. If you want to make content on it with Kappa kind of coming up right now in January, it's not like I make a dime on YouTube. I don't have 1,000 subs. I get like 3 views per video, like for my YouTube content, which is fine. I've always said I kind of like do this as like a creative outlet, as a way for me just to kind of ramble, and maybe one day show off, you know, games I really, really enjoy to other people. But Kappa could like actually affect me, I feel like. At some point, I'm not a fan of that, so I'm trying to like play that by ear, and like the new TOS thing, about how accounts can get deleted or banned if you're not deemed commercially viable. Like, there's just like weird stuff in that TOS right now coming in that I'm like, ugh. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just kind of search around. It's long-winded, and I'm not like a full-time YouTuber, so I don't feel like I'm really qualified to go into the nitty-gritty of it. But there are things about YouTube that kind of worry me right now. I'm a little bit afraid of that. Okay. But until then, we're still gonna chill out on YouTube and just do what we can. That race was actually really close. I had to kind of focus a bit. But yeah, if I do like another full playthrough, there's like 2 more FPSs I want to do. Both of them are Wii U ones. Well, the Wii U versions of 2 FPSs. I really want to do Walking Dead Survival Instinct. Yeah, Walking Dead Survival Instinct and 007 Legends. Both of which, to my understanding, are not very good games. But both of which I'm very curious about. So like those are kind of like the 2 YouTube playthroughs I want to do. At the moment. So we'll see about that. So maybe I'll kind of get to them soon, we'll see. Maybe I'll kick off one for tomorrow, like with Wii U's Day being a thing. Then I can start like another playthrough for like the next Wii U's Day, or I don't know if I even like want to integrate those into Wii U's Day. I don't know. And if you're like, what the hell is Wii U's Day? And it's like your first time here, every Tuesday lately I've been doing a video on a different Wii U game, because I bought all the North American Wii U games. So I have like a nice complete set. And I just kind of like want to feature a console I think that I think is very, very underrated, with like all their different titles, and just kind of showing like what they have, like good and bad, and like just weird ports, because like Wii U has like a lot of like weird ports, or like very like underpowered ports, or just kind of ports that are sort of off, that I find like super fascinating. It's kind of my thing. I think I said that's kind of my thing like twice so far this video. That's true, like, I'm kind of, like, into, like, weirder versions of games, and, like, kind of, like, cut-down versions of games and things like that. Which is why I kicked off the whole Wii U's Day, wow, that was a weird way to say that, the whole Wii U's Day series with Watch Dogs for Wii U. Because it's such a cut-down, like, weird port that shouldn't really exist. And I love featuring stuff like that. And I would love to feature, you know, other games that are on Wii U that you're like, why does this even have a Wii U version, right? Like Sniper Elite V2, like why is that like why is there a Wii U version of that? Like Walking Dead Survival Instinct, what do they do with that game? Why does this exist on Wii U? They released like a Need for Speed, it was Most Wanted, the Criterion like Most Wanted game. They released like a special Wii U edition, like what's the deal with that? The Mass Effect 3 Wii U edition has some weird stuff to it, if I recall correctly. They released like a very like special version of Arkham City on Wii U, called the Armored Edition, like what's up with that? You know? Although I don't know if I'm going to do the Arkham City port, because I'm one of those weirdos that only likes playing Arkham with keyboard and mouse. Controller Arkham feels really, really, really wrong to me. Even though most people would, like, swear by controller for that game. I first played Arkham on keyboard and mouse on an old shitty laptop I used to have. In 640 by 480, all low settings, at like 20 FPS. Like, it was a old laptop that was technically not even spec to run the game, but I still did it. Because I really, really wanted to play it back in high school. No, it was after high school, actually. What am I talking about? Way after high school. Probably 2010 or like early 2011. I wanted to play the game. It went on sale like really cheap on Steam. And my laptop was barely fit enough to run Counter-Strike Source. Yet I was like, I'm gonna make Arkham Asylum work. So I played it in a 640 by 480 window, and I got 100% completion like that. And it was a frickin' blast. But because I learned how to play that game like on a laptop keyboard, and like a very tiny mouse, playing that game on a controller just doesn't feel right to me. I kind of got like everything down, like mentally like implanted in my head with like a keyboard and mouse in mind. So it's tough. It's like one of the very few series like where I just can't like interchange it. Okay. That was a little weird tangent to go on. Hopefully that little weird tangent here kind of like helped me get my brain in the not losing at a race sort of mindset. Am I gonna get first? Oh crap, I did. Sweet. Oh my god. I am actually an F-Zero god right now. Feels good, man. What's each Grand Prix? I think it's 5 races, right? Now, playing this right now also kind of like reminds me like just how light the original F-Zero is on content. Because all you have is like Grand Prix and practice. You have the 3 cups. You have 3 difficulties and 4 hovercrafts. I forget if like anything else like even unlocks in the first F-Zero. Or if it's literally just kind of like you can beat this game like in 2 hours. I forget. But you know, just kind of like thinking about it, it is really light on content, isn't it? Yet at the same time, for like the time this game kind of came out, it was so cool. Because this game was kind of like a Mode 7 sort of showcase. Which I am down with. At least these days I'm down with it. It's like the one thing like I kind of like always wish. I mean, obviously like right now I don't really wish it because, you know, it would make me a lot older, but in some ways like I do kind of wish I was born like, you know, like 10 years earlier. So like I could kind of be, you know, a kid for like the rise of the 8-bit systems and like have like good memories of being a functional child playing 8-bit consoles. And also be able to see like, you know, 16-bit and 3D kind of like happen. But for me, like, I was a kid for like, you know, the end of the 8-bit. Well, actually, no, I was born like when 16-bit was already happening. But like 8-bit was like still kicking like a few years into my life. In a very minor way, but like I would say like I kind of like, you know, was a kid for 16-bit like into the early 3D era. Primarily. I kind of wish I could have saw like the whole 8-bit era or like even the Atari era and just kind of like watch the entire evolution. Because I can go back and play like a bunch of NES games, like I still do. Like there's so many NES games I genuinely love and will play very often and have since I was a child. But I kind of like wish I was like on the front lines of like life, seeing these games just kind of happen and like seeing like the evolution of games like from that standpoint. Although luckily enough, like I was able to kind of like, you know, still grow up playing those games. I used my NES like more than anything as a kid, I think. I used to love playing Shadow the Ninja. Oh cool, we got third place. Shadow Ninja, Mario Brothers 3, Mario Brothers 2. I had this really terrible Gilligan's Island game that I still own all these to this day, but Gilligan's Island was like primo garbage. Game that taught me that games can actually be bad. I had Big Nose the Caveman, which is like an unlicensed Codemasters game. God, I used to play like a bunch of like just NES as a kid. Even like when I had like an N64 or like a SNES and whatnot, like I would still play like my NES and fiddle around with the cartridge and try and make it read right, but the 72-pin connectors and those things like always went to crap. So you'd always have to like jiggle it around. Eventually you get a picture, and then you're like, oh god, I finally got a picture, I can't wait to play this. Wait, I'm 7 years old and playing Snake's Revenge. This is not cool. Why? You lost. Exactly. That was my exact reaction. Which is like a cool segue, because let me tell you, Snake's Revenge as a child, not a very fun game. You play that, you're like, what do I do? What is stealth? Why does this not work? Why do I die so quick? What are these spotlights? Yet I always kind of gravitated towards Snake's Revenge as a kid here and there, and I never learned my lesson. I actually got very far into it at one point. But I used to be like, wow, that cover for that game is so cool. Because, like, Snake standing there, holding up his gun and whatnot. Snake's Revenge going up the side. I'm like, yeah, how do I make that jump? Can I make that? How do you make that? Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna actually kind of concentrate. We've talked enough about Snake's Revenge for one lifetime. It is actually proven that if you talk about Snake's Revenge like once in your lifetime, that's enough. I was going almost max speed there. That was basically max, well not quite max speed, but very close. Game over. I don't know what I could have done differently. I actually don't know what I could have done differently. What track was I on? Sand, Deathwind, Silence, Whiteland, Port Town 2, Mead City 1. Was it Whiteland 1 I was on? No. No. Do I not have it? I guess because I haven't beat it, I can't actually race on it. Screw it, we're gonna play on Big Blue and call it. I don't know what I did wrong, to be honest. You know? Can I go all the way back? Before I lost? Or have I gone... I forgot this thing has, like, a rewind function. Oh, wow. This is coming in clutch right now. You can't go faster than that! What? Okay, obviously I'm not going to be able to get any good speed here now, but still. Maybe I can. Am I, like, missing a mechanic to, like, go quicker? What am I missing? Am I just being dumb? Hold. No, there's no way I'm making that. I get so close. What is the max speed of this? Okay, here's the thing. I'm getting very close to my max speed here. That I was basically max. There has to be like a boost I'm missing. But I don't know like how I do it. Because I'm going off that at 370. Welcome to the streamer. I say streamer by Force of Habit. Welcome to the video maker here. Can't figure out how to play F-Zero. I get so close, I gotta do that 3 times. You know what the definition of madness is? Doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Hold. Is there like a, Hold. Oh no, I just saved in at like a you lost. Hold on, I want to see if there's like a speed up that I missed. Now I'm curious. Even though I just completely boned myself. I'm looking up a manual. What? There's a mechanic I didn't realize existed? What? Oh no. No. I didn't realize you could actually point the nose of the vehicle. I probably went through the same exact pain a long, long time ago and completely forgot that's a thing you can do. And I probably went through the same exact mixed emotions. I gotta try now. It doesn't seem like I do anything. It doesn't seem like it did anything. I don't even know. But I probably was frustrated like a lot of like F-Zero vets by like not remembering that mechanic. I should have said like not remembering. I don't recall that just like being a thing in the first F-Zero at all. What? I wonder if I just, like, used, like, a different craft that just kind of, like, went faster and it was, like, easier to do that, maybe. I don't even know. But I can't tell if that, like, really made a difference. I don't even know. I'm, like, dumbfounded. I feel like a poser fan right now. I'm not, like, then again, I already said, like, I wasn't a big fan of the first SNES one until, like, you know, a few years ago, but still. I feel like a poser right now for not realizing that's a mechanic. And I want to see, like, it actually make me clear jumps better. It totally does. I'm tilted. Well, you know what? We're gonna go out with a video right now with me figuring out that I'm just really, really stupid and had no idea that was a thing I could do, and maybe I did know it a long time ago. Maybe I didn't. I don't recall knowing that. But, I guarantee you I've probably fallen like that many a times playing this game and probably went through the same exact process over the years and somehow forgot this information every single time. But that's okay, because I'm not a professional gamer. I just press buttons and hope they work. But thank you for coming out and chilling with me for this lovely video. Y'all have a lovely day, and toodles.